In general, I feel that women are just as capable as men to do anything. Whether you're a firefighter, a policeman, a physician, a vet, whatever, we're just as capable as any men out there.
I think new chief is going to do a great job. Women that are taking charge, hey, let them do their job and hopefully they'll come on top.
You know, as long as I agree, as long as they can do the job. And you know what, and another comment made by male firefighters was sometimes they bring something different to the table. That's good too. Like maybe it's not strength, but it could be compassion, or you know, because they're going in there as a team and they all should know each other's strengths. And maybe they can't carry the heaviest guy down, you know, the ladder, but perhaps they have something else to offer.
This all came on very quickly. It wasn't something, the fire chief's job this time around, that I lobbied for or was going after. And I had heard that my name was being considered down in the mayor's office. About a week and a half ago, I was contacted and interviewed by Mayor Newsom. It all happened very quickly. He selected me the day after the interview to be the next fire chief for the San Francisco Fire Department. So right now it's kind of a surreal experience. I'm just coming down from a tremendous high and transitioning from the director of training to now overseeing the entire department, 1,800 members.
Can I get the whole crew here?
I wouldn't say people don't think, you know, take a second glance when they see a woman firefighter, but I feel like, you know, those women that entered the field, those kind of frontier people, you know, they've made my life a little easier.
We have a very rigorous 17-week program. It was 12 weeks when I came in, and now it's 17 weeks. After the graduation date, they go through 4 months of training on an engine company, on a truck company, and now, most recently, an ambulance. So they spend a 12-month period of time out in the field demonstrating what they've learned in a more formal setting. We have let go of people, terminated people, that it's not a good fit, men and women, if they're not able to demonstrate proficiency or able to perform. And it's my job to ensure that we have selected and trained people, and before sending them out to the field, I'd be very reluctant to send them out to the field for an engine, truck, or ambulance assignment if they hadn't already demonstrated they had what it takes to be a firefighter.
Last night we had an incident where PG&E substation or transfer station caught on fire. A lot of the power went out through half of the city, and all the truck companies were utilized, every single one. So this is what we're dealt with budget cuts and everything else, so keep that in mind.
Saturday morning, training at the tower. Probie Michael Briscoe works a high-rise drill with Battalion 10's Station 11 crew and Battalion Chief Phil Lianio.
think about 82 or maybe 85, the first women firefighters came in the department. Nowadays, in 2004, it's quite a bit different. There's over 200 women in the fire department.
All wood ladders are built and used in San Francisco to prevent electrocution from the massive amounts of electrical wires in the old neighborhoods, from the trolleys and the electrical buses. The crew works with a 350-pound 50-footer in this drill.
Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome to Treasure Island training. We're going to have the engine first in, hose line, ready line lead into the fire building. We'll have smoke and fire, everything lit up inside there. We do not have a third engine company today, so we're just going to have the first and second. If everybody would go out to their respective rigs, we'll get this started and we'll critique it after. So let's go. Want a radio?
Training is just that, training. This is where you learn the tricks of the trade, the place to make your mistakes and learn from them.
You want the turn the whole ladder around. Turn. Come on, Mickey. Come here. There you go. Turn. Turn around. Round. Place poles.
He's 350 pounds.
Place poles.
I believe it's tougher for women in general to become firefighters because a woman's body does not naturally have upper body strength.
All right, head back down. Don't throw away from the building. You guys don't want to, what ends up if you pull the ladder away from the 50, it just ends up loosening it up that tie. So we just want to keep it right where it's at. So get it up, wrap it around, get it as tight as you can, and then just keep it there. Okay?
I'm a probationary firefighter. My probation ends in the end of February. I don't really see too much of a problem with female firefighters anymore. You know, change is slow, and as things are progressing and women have been in the field longer and have proven they can do the job, I think it's a lot easier than it was 10 years ago. The drill that we're currently doing is an unconscious rescue. First thing I'll be doing is I'll be throwing the 35-foot ladder to rescue a live victim, which will be this baby in my hands. Then I will pass out, and the firefighters will maneuver the ladder into position. They will come up and they will rescue me. They will push me out the window into the arms of another firefighter who will carry me down the ladder in a bucket style.
So our crew was given the task to ladder the side of the building. There was a baby that needed to be rescued that a firefighter had already gone inside and found. And so we had to throw the 35-foot ladder up to the side of the building. And you know, the first thing when you show up to a fire, if any rescues need to be made, I mean, that's the first priority. You know, not putting out the fires, just getting the lives out of there. Firefighter was down and needed to be rescued. You know, you hope that never has to happen, but if it does, you know, this is why we practice it, make sure we get them out safely. With this firefighter rescue, you know, they're unconscious, you know, or they can't walk, or they can't at least get themselves down the ladder. So you have at least 2 firefighters will go in and place the firefighter up against the window, where, and then there's another person on the ladder waiting to carry that firefighter down.
We have the ladder at a greater angle, so most of the weight of the firefighter is on the ladder. The person carrying the firefighter down is really just carrying the leg weight.
They've done away with some of the physical challenges, probably to make it easier for the smaller statured firefighters.
Our liaison, retired Lieutenant J.C. Carvajal, chats with Michael about why she became a firefighter.
Played sports, you know, grew up playing soccer, softball, and played softball in college, and it's always been, you know, part of my life, being competitive and being active, and you know, and being on all these team sports, you know, and I've always had a lot of satisfaction out of that, and that's a big part of this job. You know, you can't do anything by yourself for this job, so you have to rely on others, and you have to, you know, you have to come through. Other people are depending on you, just like you're depending on them. So I really am attracted to that part of the job.
Michael gets an introduction to public relations for the department. We all love firefighters and the rigs they ride in.
Can you sit there with me?
Daddy sat in a fire truck when he was your age.
Are you scared? You're holding on so tight. You want to face through? And so we talk to each other. Put on our helmets. This is where we drive. Turn on all the lights.
When you're a probie, you got to wash the dishes. I mean, any kind of grunt work, anything that no one else wants to do. It's, oh, Probie, go do this. And you know, as much as it's not, you know, my favorite thing to do, no matter what it is, you know, I feel like it's a small price to pay for a job this great.